Hey, what's going on, guys? We'll be using Arianna and Evan's Asian Plum today. And you guys know that the couple of videos I've done with this, you know, it's been hit and miss. Actually, it's been all miss. But I actually left the top off for quite some time, like 2 weeks. And the only reason it was that long is because I kind of forgot about it. But I left the lid off for a while, let just the soap sit. Oh, by the way, we're using the Escali badger, sorry. Let the lid sit off for quite some time, two full weeks, and came back, and the smell was not as strong. Now, when I lather it, like right now, I'm still getting kind of like a not a strange smell anymore, but I'm definitely getting like a sour, tart type smell, which I think is normal. So, let's put our soap over there. Today we are drinking, well, that doesn't really show anything. That's just a racetrack. This is just a racetrack mug that I bought for $1. Like, the deal was, and this is super old. I mean, look, this is like vintage. We're drinking some Earl Grey black tea. It's nighttime. I don't want to drink coffee. Yeah, tea has caffeine in it too, but in my opinion, also Preshave, Proraso. I'm going to talk about this too. But yeah, I needed to get collagen in my system tonight. I normally drink collagen in the morning with my coffee, but I was unable to actually drink any this morning. So made tea and basically put the collagen powder in there. And actually, I used to like knock on tea people, but honestly, I don't know, man. This stuff's not bad. And I had, it's Earl Grey. It's like Twinnings or something like that. I don't know much about tea. I'm sorry. But I did. I was drinking black tea and green tea, same brand, and I was mixing them. Putting one tea bag in my mug, one black tea bag and one green tea bag, and just basically just mixing them, and that was pretty good. I don't have any more green tea though, so I have to get some more. So yeah, pre-shave. In the early days of me starting the wet shaving hobby, or whatever you want to call it, I always thought it was more of like a placebo effect. Like, guys, actually, you know what? My first pass no longer requires me to take off my glasses. Kind of changed up techniques a little bit. Oh, by the way, sorry, getting ahead of myself here. Friedrich Herder. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, probably right there. Friedrich Herder. This is the number 49 Germany blade, and I actually freshly honed this, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. Oh yeah, this was honed on my Shobu Dani. Actually purchased from another YouTuber. The YouTuber is Keith Johnson. So he sells all kind of J-Nats and that type of thing. He sells conicules. He sells, I think he sells, well, he definitely sells J-Nats. I think he sells Arkansas stones, arcs. He sells a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah. See, I used to think that pre-shaves were a placebo. And don't get me wrong, like, I've always said that if nothing else, pre-shaves do help with the lather. Not that many artisan soaps nowadays need that, but if nothing else, it would help with that. Well, I've come to like the past several shaves on video and off of video. I'm using pre-shave. I'm using the you guys know the mess I have down here, so I've got to move stuff around. The PAA cube. I'm using that, and I'm using my my Proraso Preshave. And honestly, you know, I think I'm seeing a difference. I think I'm seeing a difference, not necessarily in the lather, because A&E will make this kind of dense but single layer lather without pre-shave. A&E is just a great all-around soap, but in like having my whiskers prepped, I guess, is a good way to put it. So, for instance, it's really hard to test, right? Because I could say, all right, I'm going to get these two blades, same artisan or same manufacturer, whatever. Let's just name a blade. Let's name one that I don't like, just in case there's any flack. Let's just say Tiger blades, the Tiger Platinum blades. I have one down there. I'm not going to pull it out. But we'll just say the Tiger Platinum blades is the blade I'm specifically talking about. And let's say that that's going to be my control. And let's say that I have two of those blades, brand new, out the pack. Now, let's say that I use pre-shave with one of those blades in a razor, same brush, same soap. Everything's equal except for the pre-shave, right? The problem is there's too many variables. Like, yeah, I'm using the same soap, but did I hydrate the soap the same way? Do I have the same amount of growth? You know, whiskers? Was my, like, did I scrub the whiskers more with the brush this time than last time? You know, even though it's the same blade, not same blade, but same manufacturer of the blade, are they really equal? You know, like, is one poor, the edge is poor, and then the other one's okay? I mean, there's so many factors, so it's hard to really say, like, yeah, you know, I benefit 100%, but I'm just saying, the past several shaves I've had, probably 5 to 6 shaves. In the past 2 weeks, I've used pre-shave. And I think I'm seeing a difference. Just in like the beard prep. If nothing else, the beard prep and the lather. Which again, you don't really get much lather benefits when your soaps, the soap that you're using is already really good, but you know. Like I said, it's a single layer, but you can't really see skin. You know, it's very dense. This soap is very dense. You get a lot of bang for your buck with A&E. Like, they're not one of those $25 soaps either, which is very convenient. All right. Anyways, I thought of that whole little rant right there on the pre-shave. Basically, as I was putting the pre-shave on, I was like, you know, I've been using pre-shave a lot, and in the past on videos, I've definitely not talked down on pre-shaves, but I've definitely said things like, I don't see the point in using it, you know, stuff like that. Which, you know, obviously is not the true case, but so yeah, I've definitely been enjoying the pre-shaves. And, you know, I have them, so why not use them? this Shobudani edge it's like, and don't get me wrong, the steel on this razor helps too, you know, helps with the edge retention and whatnot. But and again, it's hard to quantify what like my Arkansas edges are very smooth. My Ozuku is very smooth. My other JNat, my Shobu, which is this one, is like superbly smooth. So I don't necessarily know. The only thing I can't really say is like great as far as smoothness. Oh, it'll get it sharp. Yeah, absolutely. But my synthetic, my 12K nanowatt. If you want a lightsaber through your beard, yeah, I can do that for you. Use my 12K nanowatt. But for me, my skin is screaming after that, after using that, and I'm not happy the day after, truthfully. I mean, yeah, is my face completely baby bottom smooth for like the next 36 hours? Yeah, it is. But I also have to grow 10 layers of skin as well. I'm not the first guy to have said this. Actually, my cheeks are perfectly smooth. Well, against the grain. Up against the grain is not perfectly smooth. But natural edges, honestly, it's like there's something about the natural edge. A natural stone that imparts something to a razor's edge. That's just, it's really it's hard to describe, because how do you describe something that looks the same under a microscope as a synthetic edge, and et cetera, except it feels completely different when shaving. And not only when shaving, but like after the shave. Like after this, I can already tell you, after this, I'm gonna pull some of this out. A lot of water in there. After this shave, I will not have a whole lot of burn when I'm using the alcohol splash. It's just something about the natural stone. Tomorrow morning, when I wake up, I'll be able to wash my face with hot water, no problem. It's not peeling off 10 layers of skin. Yeah, you're gonna take off a layer of skin or so, whatever I don't know much about the dermis or epidermis or whatever, but yeah, you're gonna remove some skin, absolutely, but not the same amount of skin as a freaking lightsaber edge from a JNat. I'm sorry, from a synthetic stone. My JNats and my arcs don't do that. They don't leave that. Most of you guys don't use straights that watch my videos, but I'll equate it to something like this. I know a lot of you think feathers are super sharp, and they are. There's no doubt about that. I even think feathers are super sharp. But just like think of like using a feather in the most aggressive razor you have. And let's say you just like, you do your normal shave, you go against the grain. Like the next morning or the next day or whatever, that night if you shaved in the morning, whatever. But you're going to have that like tingling or burning sensation. And if you've never experienced that, good job, because that means you're shaving right. I've had that a lot. Learning to hone with the synthetic, and then also just using DEs when I first started out. Learning what worked and what didn't, and that type of thing. The weather here has been kind of crazy. One day it's like, 90 degrees outside. And the next day it could be like 60s. It's like 30-degree swings. It's absolutely nuts. It's Louisiana weather at its finest. This weekend, though, we're supposed to get a lot of rain. A lot of rain. It actually rained quite a bit today. We have it's kind of weird. I know places like Seattle, they'll have rain for days in a row, without ending. When I used to live in Florida, South Florida, we would get rain, no doubt, but it would be like quick showers, scatter showers, 10, 15 minutes done. It didn't rain a lot. It might pour a little bit, but it's not like a whole, you may get half an inch of rain. It's not a whole lot. But here, and what's crazy is I don't know if the meteorologists here, maybe it's just more difficult since I don't know, since we're on the Gulf, I don't know, since we're on the Gulf Coast or what the issue is. But I feel like the meteorologists here are always wrong. Always. Oh, sunny skies for the next 3 days, and then it rains for 2 of those 3. And you're like, what the hell? I made plans. We're supposed to have a crawfish boil. We're supposed to have a crab boil. What am I supposed to do now? So, see, this edge is absolutely annihilating this growth. My face actually feels very good as well. I have little spots here and there bleeding. That's not the razor or the soap or anything. That's just blemishes on my skin. But, yeah, this is absolutely just annihilating the growth. I really want to do a kind of like a grow out my facial hair for a couple of weeks, but for nothing more than just shaving it all off at the end with a straight razor. That would be the whole purpose. I would be torturing myself, letting my hair grow out on my face, just so I could shave it off later. But I think I enjoy wet shaving way too much to actually do that. So it could just never happen. I couldn't do that to myself. Yeah, everything feels very, very nice, very smooth. I mean, the typical little swirl here and swirl here, but I'm not doing a touch-up pass. That is what it is. It's fine. It'll give me more to shave off in a day or 2. Whew. So, how's the weather been where you guys are? I know some of you live up in the mountains, Colorado mountains, or near the mountains. Actually, one of you are in Germany, one of you are in Sweden. I think one of you are in Texas. Alex is in California. I think California and Miami weather are about the same as far as the rain, but obviously the temperatures are completely different. Miami would be in the winter, your low was 65 in the winter, dead of winter. And people would have their little what are those boots women wear that have it's boots, but it has the fur on the inside. I don't know. But women would wear that, and they'd wear their big coats, and it's lady, it's 65. In Louisiana, we don't get below freezing that often, but that's where I was born. I was born and raised here in Louisiana, so The weather here during the winter is like, sometimes we'll go below freezing. Maybe it gets like to 28, 29. But other than that, but like 65, I'm outside in like either no shirt or just a regular shirt like this in shorts. Like, I'm not bundled up. So it's completely different, completely different thing over there. And then I've only been to California once on business and then once flying through California. So it was basically just like a stop. Coming back from Japan. That was in 2018. 2018 we went to Japan. Yeah, I definitely want to go back. I've spoken about Japan to you guys before. This is what I was talking about, by the way, the microfiber cloths. Like after a shave, you see how it's shiny? After a shave, I'll make darn sure this is 150% dry, because you do not want a razor put away, straight razor put away wet. So what I do, I make sure all the pins, this is the main rust point. Like, yeah, the blade itself could rust easy, no problem. But this is the main rust point here, the pin, because, water will seep down as you're shaving and get in the pin, and you don't want that. But yeah, it's a very, very good looking blade, honestly. Has a slight smile. Not very much. I'm doing it with my finger just to like accentuate but it's a very slight smile right there, which all that means when you're honing is you can't just lay it flat and drag it back, because you're gonna wear that middle portion a lot faster than the sides, right? So when you're honing, you kind of have to start at the heel. If my finger's the hone, you kind of gotta. Again, I'm accentuating. You're not really gonna have this angle, but you're starting at the heel, and then as you come down, you're picking the heel up, just so you're making sure you're hitting the entire edge. That's something that when I first started honing, I had a huge problem with, because it's just something new, having to do that. Anybody could get a razor and slap it on a stone and just go flat, no problem. It's when you're, there's cucumber. It's when you are having to hone a blade with a smile in it. That's what they're called, smiles, whatever. That you have issues. I saw a little bottle of that. Where were we at? We're at a grocery store. Last weekend, where were we at? We went to several. It wasn't Rouse's. Maybe it was Whole Foods. Might have been Whole Foods. I went down the men's shaving aisle and stuff, and theirs was actually there as an aftershave. Which I guess you could use that as an aftershave, right? I think so. I'm gonna put the Escali. Like, this video is done. It's over, but and probably most people aren't even watching anymore. But like, I'm just going through my routine of like cleaning things. That's all I'm doing. You'll see, this is the tub of Asian plum that we just. So all I'm doing with that is I'm gonna rinse out the outside, and I'm gonna leave the inside as it is. That actually dries pretty well. I'm gonna leave it sitting up like this and let it completely dry. But there's no point in washing out that soap. Like, it's not dirty or anything. So yeah, like, it's gotten better. It's gotten better. It's still not like one of my favorite scents. I wouldn't even put this in my top 10 of soaps that I have. The base, absolutely, but base is probably top 3, maybe top 2. But the scent on this, it's just not for me. That's all. Just not every scent's for every person. So it is what it is. All right, and we're following that up with what do we have? This Asian Pear. Man, there's so many soaps. I was talking to LP, and anyway, yeah, I'm not in a position at the moment to, dude, I want to get so many soaps. It's unbelievable. I have a list. I like a written list. I'm doing this big just to get it on camera, but it's really probably like that big. Just of soaps I want to get, just different, and like some of them are bases that I already have, like Arianna and Evans. I probably have a list of 15 soaps that I want to try from A&E, but I just, number one, I don't need any more soap, honestly. Whew. Man, this scent is excellent. Wow. Now, I get like a spicy pear with this. That's what I get out of Asian pear. I get a spicy pear. But what my wife says she gets is potpourri. She gets potpourri. I don't know. Now, I know what potpourri smells like. I've been around potpourri all my life. I know what it smells like. This doesn't smell like that to me, but to her nose it does. So if you have Asian pear, what does it smell like to you? Oh, man. It's very nice. Very, very nice. All right, I'm going to rinse off this brush and finish drinking my tea. And then I will probably stay up for another 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that, until this video finishes uploading. But while the video is uploading to YouTube, I'm going to watch Better Call Saul. It's like a prequel to Breaking Bad. I don't know if anybody has seen Breaking Bad that watches my videos, but Breaking Bad's a pretty cool show. I actually watched that when it first came out. And it finished, I don't know, maybe it finished 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. And then not a prequel, but like the ending, whatever. El Camino. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're not going to know anything I'm saying anyway, so it doesn't matter. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this long rant-filled BS talking shave. And yeah. Comment down below if you want to hear me talk about something specific. But other than that, yeah. Hope you guys have a good end of your week, good weekend, and I'll catch you next vid.